Now here's the next audio project. Can't tell what it is. It cost $9.50 at Goodwill, but I got a 25% off discount, so it was $7.12 with tax. Do they charge tax? I don't remember. Maybe they don't. For resale. So anyway, this is a stereo automatic phono player. Not a record player, not a turntable, but a phono player. Made by MCS. I think that's JCPenney's house brand. And here's something I find pretty funny. It's digital 5000 series. I'm not sure what's digital about a analog turntable. Maybe they're just using that as a kind of a word, you know, like solid state was back in the 60s. So a little buzzword to get you to buy it. It's pretty cheap. This is all plastic, and it does have an Audio-Technica cartridge. I think that's the real inexpensive one. I think you can still get those. And it says it's automatic, but I don't think it's fully automatic. I think it's semi-automatic. You can see it does turn. I think the speed is off. Return mechanism's working. Let's try the speeds out here. Okay, that's supposed to be 33. It looks a little fast. Here's 45. It's entering. That looks a little fast too. But it does have a speed adjustment on the bottom. So I'll tweak with that. See if we can dial it in. Belt drive. Let's see. Looks like the belt's in good shape. So first thing I'll do is, this looks like it's the plastic platter. We'll pop that off and check it out. Alright, there's the platter removed, and the belt is still in good shape, very good shape. But it is completely plastic. And the spindle itself doesn't even turn. It's locked in there. It's just the surface right here. Yeah, it goes against that right there inside the platter. I guess it's just grease that lubricates it, so I'll probably add some more grease to it. Probably a DC motor. That's what it feels like. So, pretty cheaply made. And this date code here. Looks like it says June. But looks like next to that it says 21. So I suppose this could be one of the fairly recent, kind of cheaply made turntables to be able to, you know, convert your records into digital format. It does have a phono preamp built in. And there's the speed adjust right down there. We'll try tweaking with that. Cardboard bottom. May take that off just to see what it looks like inside, but so I'll probably never use this. I'll just find it a new home for somebody who really needs a record player. Oh, look at this. They never bothered taking off the protective plastic. Now this isn't too unusual. I've actually seen that on 50-year-old devices, turntables. So, a nice clear, clean front. And there we go, cleaned it up a little bit. And the motor's pretty loud. I'll try lubricating that a little bit. See if that quiets it down. Well, there we go. That's a little better. Still hear it, but not nearly as loud. Just took a little bit of 3-in-1 oiler in a needle oiler bottle. Just put a drop of oil right there on the top bearing. Right there. And that quieted the motor down. So let me put a little bit of grease on the spindle here. I'll put it back together. I just took the bottom off and the turntable, got it flipped over, and it's pretty simple. Here's the power cord coming in, transformer. That's the power supply. Probably just gives it, I don't know what, I know it's 12-volt motor here. Here's the preamp board and the switch to switch it in and out. I've got a couple of date codes here, so I'm glad I took the bottom off. And if you look at that just right, it looks like August 28th. I think it says 93. I wasn't sure, but then I looked on the get a little bit more light on this maybe. I don't know if this is going to help. Maybe not. But the motor has a August of 93 date on it also. So looks like this is from 1993, so it makes it, what, 30 years old. But it seems to be still working. So, and here's the speed adjustments. So I'll go ahead and put the bottom back on, tweak with those a little bit, get the speed just right, and maybe try to play a record, see if it works. Alright, get a little bit of sound out of this using my sound effects record, so I won't get any copyright strikes. But that's with the preamp off. Let's see if I can keep it into here. Preamp engaged, and I'm not getting anything. And sometimes I get nothing even. I think that switch is just bad. And now, yeah, neither preamp on or off is working. So I think I'll take it back apart and clean that. Oh, it's working again. I think I'll try cleaning that switch and see if that helps out. Okay, I just used my Deoxy D5 on a couple of switches. This is the switch for the preamp. You switch that in or out. That I think is what was causing the issue. I also got this little, I think that's a silencer reed switch, and I also sprayed the 4533 switch. It was working okay, but figured while I was under here, may as well do it. So let's flip this over and see if we get sound out of that preamp now. Okay, here we go. We're getting some sound effects now. And this is through the preamp. You can see the level that I had this turned down. And this is just going into the video 3 input, so regular line level input. Turned down fairly low. So that preamp is working. Now let me reach under here. See if I can do this without. There, I switched it over to preamp off. So we got to really crank this up now in order to get sound out of the record. So that is preamp off. So that dirty switch was causing the problem. So this one's pretty much ready to go. I might just put it up on my table here and hook it up and listen to it for a while, but I think it's gonna play okay. And you can see the cuts working fine. So all the automatic mechanism is working properly. The speed is accurate now. So I did a little bit of a cleanup. Need some more, but these are actually, I think this is where the power cord was setting or something for years, and it just kind of caused that little indentation in the plastic. I might be able to, polish that out, or, this thing's not really worth it. It's extremely inexpensive for me to buy. That's $7 plus very cheaply made. But yeah, it's got a decent, I'll have to look that up. I think that's the cheap Audio-Technica cartridge, but it's working. No adjustment on the tone arm. Let me put the scale on that and see what kind of weight we're seeing. Well, that's at 4.8 grams. That's a little high. I'll look up this cartridge and see what it's supposed to be, but that sounds high. So we may need to try to figure out a way to adjust this non-adjustable tone arm. Okay, by taping a bolt into the back, I guess you could call that the counterweight. Not really, just a piece of plastic. I think I've got this about right. Let's see here. Oops. It's weighing about 2.8. It's supposed to be 2.5 to 3.5 for this cartridge, so that's about right. I think I'll go with that for now. Okay, it's playing pretty well. I'm just playing one of these Admiral records. It's the thing that you got when you bought a new stereo system. There's the picture of the stereo. Wow, look at that. It's probably from the... It talks about it being a solid state, so I figure this is from the late 60s. Sounds pretty good on this 1983 turntable. Very inexpensive, cheapo turntable, but in fact they don't even call it a turntable, remember? It's a Phono Player. And it's digital series. But it's got a AT3600 cartridge on it, which sounds okay. It's kind of their very budget, lowest price cartridge, but you can still get Style Eye for that. So if that one's worn out, I can replace it. And I did have to add the bolt to the counterweight to get the tracking force correct. But sounding okay. So I guess that's the end on this turntable, if you can call it that. Maybe I'll just continue to call it a Phono Player rather than a turntable. Very inexpensive, very cheap, but at 30 years old, and it's working again. No belt replacement required or anything. So, thank you very much for watching this quick restoration of an old cheapo turntable, and I'll see you in the next video.